Over my dead body will I allow you to marry Dotun. He is the man of my dreams. I have loved him silently. Just because he proposed to you doesn't mean I would back down. He is mine, Toro. He is mine, Dami yelled. Toro and Dami were biological siblings. They lived with their parents, Mr. and Mrs. Kuti. Right from their childhood, Dami had always envied her sister. She would not want to be friends with anyone that praises or talked about her sister. She refused to go to the same university with her because she felt her sister would outshine her. Their parents had tried several times to caution her, but she wouldn't listen. This act of envy continued till their adulthood, and so they were never best of sisters. When Toro graduated from the university, she was fortunate to get a job as an accountant in one of the biggest financial institutions. This success got Dami very angry, as she was still on the lookout for a job. She even refused to ask Toro for assistance in getting a job. Toro and Dotun met during the biannual conference of financial sectors. They became good friends and prayer partners as they were fortunate to be attending the same church. They began to date, and on their second year of being in a relationship, Dotun proposed to her. Her friends and family were excited when she broke the proposal news to them, except Dami. Unknown to anyone, Dami had secretly fancied her sister's boyfriend whenever he visited and wished to get him to herself. She was very furious about the engagement news and wondered how a good-looking, wealthy young man like Dotun fell in love with her stupid sister and about to get married. So she vowed silently to stop the wedding at all costs. Dami paid a fake prophetess to meet Dotun and warned him against marrying Toro by giving a false vision that she would die untimely. Being a prayerful Christian, he rejected the vision and calmly assured the fake prophetess that he had prayed before proposing to her and knew he made the right decision. Dami called Dotun with another number, and using a fake voice, she told him that Toro was a wayward girl and that every last Friday of the month she was always going clubbing with other guys. Known to her, Toro and Dotun were always at their church vigil together on the said day. Dotun, who doesn't know the caller was a sister-in-law to be, thanked and assured her of his awareness on Toro's Friday outing. Dami, not planning to give up, sent a fake medical report of her sister to Dotun's email, which showed that Toro was suffering from fertility issue, which would cause her the inability to be a mother. Unknown to her again, the intending couple had gone for medical checkups, and the results of the test showed that they were medically fit. When she noticed all her attempts had failed, and the fact that the wedding was getting closer, she resorted to physical confrontation. Over my dead body will I allow you to marry Dotun. He is the man of my dreams. I have loved him silently. Just because he proposed to you doesn't mean I would back down. He is mine, Toro. He is mine, Dami yelled. What are you talking about, Dami? Why all this? Do you know him before? Was I not the one who brought him home and introduced him to the family as my fiancé? Where are all this coming from? Toro asked in confusion. I don't care whether you knew him before me or not. All I'm saying is that I love him. I've dreamt of where we would be together, and no one, not even you that called yourself my blood sister, would take him away from me, she shouted and walked away angrily. Dami's confession and stubbornness shook the Kuti family. She gave the young lovers tense moments, but Dotun refused to budge. He promised to never leave Toro for anyone, not even her sister. They prayed to the situation. Mr. Kuti even tried to make Dami see a psychologist after his effort to settle the unhealthy rivalry fell on her deaf ear, but she refused. She was so determined to see her sister fall out with Dotun. Their mother, Odo, would cry and pray every day for the unnecessary drama to end. My friend, don't you think your daughters are being punished for your sin? And Kama is at work here, Shola, Odo's friend, asked while they sat in the living room. Shola had been Odo's childhood friend right from when they lived in Ajay village before moving to the city. What do you mean by that? Odo asked surprisingly. Don't you see that what is happening between Toro and Dami is similar to you and Laios? Why would you say such a thing? Why do you like to open her healed wound? Odo cut in and replied angrily at her friend. Shola apologized immediately and moved to another discussion. Known to the two women, Toro was at the door and heard their conversation. She wondered what her mom's friend meant by karma and why the involvement of her mom's late sister. There, she decided to get to the root of the matter. A week later, Toro went to the house of her mom's friend for clarification. She told her of what she heard during her last visit. At first, Shola tried to deny ever saying such, but Toro pleaded and sought her help in order to solve the issue surrounding her marriage plans and sister. Shola pitifully told her about the incident. Although and Layo were sisters of the same parent, they showed genuine love to each other, at least from Layo's side. Although silently envied her sister because of her beauty, all the men in the village wanted to marry Layo, including Odo's crush, Ade. She never told anyone, including Ade, that she liked him. So when Ade asked for Layo's hand in marriage and she accepted, Odo became very bitter and the silent hatred for her sister grew. She planned with the village talk to frame her sister by sexually abusing her and telling everyone that they were sex partners. The news of the sexual act circulated and Ade angrily cancelled the wedding plans with Layo. With Odo's manipulation, he decided to marry her instead. This evil act cost Layo her life. She committed suicide due to the shame and condemnation. Shocked about this revelation, Toro thanked her, left and went home to comfort her mother, who after denial confessed to the crime. Their father was shocked and very angry when he heard his wife's confession that he almost sent her packing. Odo and Ade with the girls visited the graveside of Layo to seek her forgiveness and plead for mercy even in death. Odo tearfully knelt and asked for her sister's spirit to forgive her. Dami went to Toro's room and tearfully apologized for the pain and delay she caused due to her jealousy. She confessed to making several attempts to ensure Toro's relationship with Dotun was destroyed. She informed Toro of her plans to see a psychologist, as initially suggested by their father. Toro hugged and told her sister she was never at fault. She believed their mother's past came haunting them, the children. 6 months later, Toro and Dotun got married and relocated to another country to start a new life, while Dami made her first visit to the psychologist.